everybody, and welcome back to Beyond the Gate with Dustman and Nate. I'm Dustman, and with me to bring you another exciting episode, my good friend Nate.
What's up, everybody? And on this week's episode, we've got Kaylie Cerasa here. Say hi to everyone.
Hi.
Yep, and we're going to get to know everything about how Kaylie started racing and how she's been doing lately in the national circuit. So, stay tuned.
All right, so let's start off with your name, your full name, and then your sponsor and your age, who you race, all that stuff.
Okay, my name is Kaylie Cerasa. I race the 11 expert girls class, and I also race 11, 12-year-old girls cruiser. And I race for Black Widow BMX.
All right.
All right, so you want to tell everybody when you started racing and what got you into it?
So I started racing 6 years ago, and my dad used to race when he was littler. So him and my brother came out, and he was doing Strider, and I thought it was pretty cool. So I decided to race, but I could not race Strider, so I just raced my pedal bike.
Right on.
That's funny. Well, I mean, your dad came out last night, and he was showing a little bit of his skills.
Yeah, he was doing some of the bunny hop contests with foot down.
Yeah, same thing with foot down. We're gonna get that real quick. She's really good at foot down. If you guys
been the foot down champion here before.
Yeah, if you guys think you know how to play some foot down, you better see her. Man, 'cause if you can't beat her, you don't know how to play foot down. But if you lose, though, it's not bad because there's a lot of people here at Rockford that lost last night.
She's a champion.
Yeah,
champion.
They don't even need to do 13 and under. They just do everybody so you don't win. So But other than that, so you do remember your first race, huh? Do you remember that?
Yeah, so my first race, we came out to Rockford, and I raced, and I got second place, and I thought it was pretty cool that I got second place.
Yeah. Did you get your trophy then?
Yes, I did get a trophy.
Yeah.
I have a picture of me standing with my trophy, me and my brother.
Oh, man, that's awesome. So, Remy here, she didn't get her trophy until the next
she got
day.
her paper.
Yeah, well, I've always hated them papers, but I like racing, so it's whatever.
True.
Yeah. So, what kind of bike did you race on your first time? Do you remember that?
I rode a Redline Mini.
A Redline Mini? How'd you like that?
I don't really remember.
No? Yeah.
It was quite some time ago. I'm sure I liked it.
Yeah. I started on Humpy, and it was like 150 pounds probably. So it felt like I was king of the world because I was doing so good on a crappy bike. But I got on a good bike, and I finally, I started doing a little bit better.
That's something good.
Yeah. So, what got you on the Black Crown over here, or Black Widow?
So at the Nebraska National, they came up to my mom and asked me to be on the team, and we said that we wanted to go for the Grands because we wanted to go to win it by ourselves. So that's what happened, and we discussed it, and we really, really liked the team. They were very nice people, and so we decided to come on the team.
Yeah, I'm a little all over the place. I wanted to know because that's a super cool jersey. I've always seen them guys around, So
they're really
to
nice
see you
people.
on there, it's awesome. So we'll just go ahead and get into our next thing.
Yep. So, when did you decide to start going to race the nationals? About how long ago was that? And did you have to kick up the training or?
Well, yeah, I did have to train a ton because my dad was like, you have to do this, you have to do that if you want to be faster. So I think I started nationals maybe into my third or second year of racing. My first ever race was the South Carolina National, and the day of the qualifier got canceled. So I had to race a national and a world's qualifier, and we were racing at 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
My brother had to race at 1 in the morning. I didn't make the main, sadly, but he did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, almost. He did, I think. And he fell.
Yeah.
He fell asleep.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah, he fell asleep because he was winning, and then 2-3 kids fell before the 30-foot line or something like that, first jump, and they had to redo it. And he fell asleep. He literally hit the jump and fell asleep.
Oh wow,
man, that's
some crazy
crazy
stuff right there. I've heard some crazy stuff, but wow.
So when you went from racing novice to inner and then to girls, do you want to explain how that whole transition went? How your wins up and
So I was racing novice, and I got my 10 wins like we were supposed to, and then for the girls, I didn't know, but we had to get 10 wins. So on my 9th win, we were here at Rockford, and I had to beat this one kid who was really fast, and we would always go back and forth, and I raced and I won, and me and my dad were so happy. I was like, I turned expert girl, finally, after 2 years, I'm finally expert girl now.
How did it feel riding with the girls now? You know, like, did it change your riding, like, completely?
Yes, it did, because it's way more challenging than normal, because they're older now, because I'm older, and we ride faster and sometimes more aggressively.
Sure.
Yeah, the girls know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And the boys, I mean, they're a little bit more wild. You know?
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing, you know? They're like,
That is true. I was gonna say, what do you think? Because I know you race the expert boys here sometimes when you don't have a class. I was gonna ask what you thought about racing them.
Yeah, my dad puts me in the expert boys because he thinks it can get me faster, and I do agree with him.
Yeah.
good job, Dad.
You like racing them?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
She likes racing.
Yeah.
Every time she beats them all, and I go over there and tell her good job, she just got a huge smile on her face, you know. So she's definitely in the right class, I'd say.
Right.
So I mean,
She's definitely competing and winning. I've been seeing her.
yeah. So I mean, she went and you went and turned girl, and then said, "I don't even know why I turned girl. I might as well go race the boys." You know. So I mean, that's a good deal. So did that change your national riding at all too? So like did you ride any nationals as an intermediate?
I think I may have raced some nationals as an intermediate. I'm not sure which ones, but I think I may have raced them as the intermediate. I'm not quite
Probably
sure.
Rockford, huh?
Probably Rockford.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So like when you actually turned girl, then that's when you started hitting it. Huh?
Yeah, we started going to tons of nationals.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Like Seniors National was one, and we just started recently going to Rockstar National, Houston, always Midwest National. It's every year thing.
What's been your favorite one so far?
My favorite one, I really do like Rockford's. I've only been to South Carolina once. I really like that track, but I really like the Rockstar track.
Okay.
They're here in Rockford.
I need to get to that one.
Yeah,
We
it's a
both
really
need
good
to.
track.
Yeah.
I've seen that it's like really technical.
It looks really nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah. So I don't know. I forgot what I was going to ask you. Oh yeah. So when you're going to nationals and stuff like that, like what's like the first thing that you think before you're going into the gate? Because I know like a lot of the girls they get up there and they're really nervous, you know, and they don't know how to control themselves. So when you get into the gate, what do you do yourself, you know, to control your emotions and get out of the gate good?
Well, usually my dad tells me what to do because he usually finds my gate and tells me what to do. And then when I get in the gate, I usually look at my dad and then he tells me what to do when I'm in the gate. So then I kind of just, you're always so nervous, I feel like a little bit nervous when you're like before the gate. But then when the gate drops, everything just goes away and it's just.
Yeah, definitely. For sure.
And what did you think about having to switch back from clips to flat pedals?
I thought it was fine, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's fine because
You've been shredding?
I like riding flats because I always ride flats like around the neighborhood and stuff like that.
Yeah, it definitely didn't show. Like, now that I didn't even realize that she wasn't on clips. Like,
Yeah, she's
like
still
I
fast,
forgot about
regardless.
that. Like I couldn't even tell.
The
No
first
matter
part about
what.
flats is kind of just slipping the pedals.
Yeah,
but that
yeah.
happens once
Right,
in
like a
while.
rainy day
Yeah.
today, you know. So, yeah, that's the only thing that I would not like.
Yeah.
Yeah, congrats for like not really affecting you much. That's like
Yeah.
a big accomplishment. Like that's great to see your skills and everything where it doesn't really affect all of your like everything to just switch back to flats.
Yeah, I think why it doesn't affect me as much is because when I do all my training, it's always in flats. It's like really never
That's
on
good.
clips.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, and I know some of your competitors here at Rockford have been having troubles with flat pedals.
Yeah.
So they're complaining about it. He's been on my show already.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So, what do you think BMX has like taught you as a person that you get to use in your daily life?
Well, probably to not give up because at school we always play these sharks and minnows and I can sometimes not catch these kids that are running. So I'm like, okay, I am not stopping until I get you guys.
Right on.
And they're like, aren't you tired? I'm like, no, because I am going to get you.
That's
You're competitive.
awesome.
Yeah.
You keep driving to push and get
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, and it keeps you like not scared of the boys now.
Yeah,
huh? 'Cause
and
you
it also keeps you in shape, really.
yeah,
Oh,
you've
yeah.
been kicking the boys' butt forever on
Yeah.
BMX, you know, so that don't
Yeah.
stop us from
And
doing
like
anything.
PE, we had like this wall sit thing, and I always do well sits at home,
Mhm.
and they were like, I think they were like dying basically. 10 seconds, and I'm like, I'm good. What are we talking about?
Yeah, training pays off in multiple ways.
Yeah.
In multiple
It
ways.
really does.
Yeah. So now get back to the nationals. How long did it take you to get like into like your girls? Like you said, how many wins? It was 10 wins, right? And how long did it take you to get them 10 wins?
I think it took me for intermediate to get to expert,
Yeah.
maybe like a year, maybe
A year.
to give me.
And what was the biggest challenge in that year?
The biggest challenge was probably staying focused and training hard, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, because I was still getting into the train where you have to train every day and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So it was kind of like you have to train to get faster.
right. And did you ever go through like a period of where you were losing and kind of like felt like I gotta do something, you know?
Sometimes like when I don't win, because I hate losing.
Mhm.
I hate losing.
I understand.
And I'm
Me
like,
too.
seriously, how did I just lose that race? Like,
Mhm.
how?
Yeah, yeah. That's a big part of like BMXers too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like everybody
Wants to win.
Yeah. So and that kind of reflects on your riding too. You know,
Yeah.
if you want to win it that bad, it shows.
Yeah.
You know, so
It really does.
I always want to win that bad. So
Oh, you guys both definitely want to win.
yeah, especially even when we race each other. You know,
Oh yeah.
even more probably. But yeah, you know, so when you got into the nationals right away, it was let's see, do you remember your first national? And do you remember like how that felt for you?
Well, my first national in South Carolina, I think I might have been maybe an intermediate or not, because I wasn't quite sure. But I made it through. I did not make it through. I had to do second round, and I didn't make it sadly because it was my first one. And
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody gets it its first one, but it was super fun. I loved the track. It was smooth. I love the Supercross. Those are
They
my
are super
favorites.
fun, ain't they?
Yeah, a
And you
lot
had
of
to
people-
drive down with your dad, huh?
No.
No? Oh, that was a good national then.
Yeah, I still have to go down. I don't have to go down the hill with my dad, but he was behind me just in case, like, he's standing in the game.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
So, I mean, she went to like one of the best tracks right
Yeah.
away.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you got spoiled right away.
Oh yeah.
So, what was your favorite national? I think, did she say that yet?
I think.
Yeah, you said you liked Rockford of the Rockstar National.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, it wasn't Florida when you were down there.
I liked Florida too. That was fun. We got to go to the beach, and then you got right after the beach and swimming, you get to go race, and then you get to
Yeah.
go back into the beach.
Yeah, I thought Florida was awesome. They
Yeah,
came over
Florida
my
was great.
they came to my Airbnb. They thought they were coming to some random house.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know what they told them, but they told them they were going to a random house.
I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah,
stop.
they come, they come to my Airbnb and then go swimming. That was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
me and
Right
Ronnie
on.
were like, this is Dustin's house. So then they kind of started making it more believable. I'm like, what?
They thought they were going to come and rob somebody or something. You know, they just made them think it was pretty fun. It was pretty funny. It was a good time. Good time.
Have you had any crashes and injuries that you've had to overcome?
Yeah, so I've had two really, really hard crashes. One was in Texas and one was in Florida. So I'll just start with the Florida one. So me and this one girl, we were coming out and we were quite even. We were going at a pretty decently fast speed.
Yeah.
And I just got squirrely and just fell and my whole arm was scratched up and it hurt so bad. And I was like, my dad comes and he's like, just rub dirt on it, it's okay. So then I'm like, okay. And then ride.
Yeah, stop the bleeding.
Yeah. And then Texas, my friend Jenna, she was in the gate before me and she was gonna jump it. And the lip, and she goes for it and she just falls. I'm like, oh gosh, here we go. And I go and I fall in the same spot.
Oh man.
And I go to school with this gross elbow. I'm like, oh my god. And we were in the medical tent together. It was quite funny.
That's funny.
And did either of those scare you and you made you scared to get on the bike the next lap or?
Well, it was practice when I fell, of course. It wasn't in a
Of
race.
course.
So my dad's like, hurry up, we gotta go, because we need to get another practice. So I'm like, okay, let's go. That's because I always rode the track a ton, so I wasn't really scared of it. It probably just gave me shakes maybe a little bit more because you're like, okay, well, I just fell in this spot, so now you know what not to do.
Fair.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
fair.
Well, you should have learned by the girl that crashed in front of you.
Yeah.
But
Then I went
sometimes you
into
gotta learn by yourself.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about many of you might not know, but she has done something that not a lot of people have done, and that's win the Grands.
Yep.
I myself personally have never won the Grands. I know you haven't. This young lady has, and that's something that's you just can't put that down. So
you want to try to put that into words? What it meant to you?
So I was in the gate for Grands, and we were all doing our little intro pose thing or whatever. And I'm like, okay, here we go. And I go and I get a really good gate, like the gate of a lifetime. Like I'm like, good, I'm gonna win this because I actually won Open too. I won twice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And I'm like, I had to race some of the girls, so I'm like, okay, I got this. So I come out in the gate, and I'm like, yes! And I'm winning, and then I crossed the finish line. I think that was the best race ever. I was so happy. I was like jumping up and down. I was so happy. And you at the finish line were like, yeah!
Mm-hmm.
It was so fun.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Those trophies are displayed in my room. I love those trophies.
I bet. I'm surprised it's not like displayed on top of your house.
Yeah.
I got to tell Dad, you better get displaying on top of the roof.
The little trophy case up there, let everyone know you won it.
Dude, that's something that's super special, and you'll never forget that ever. I remember when you came out of the gate and you're in pretty good position, and like as soon as you came out of the first corner, I'm like, oh man, you got this, dude. Like, I
had a front row seat of that too.
I almost didn't have long hair. I'm like, it was crazy. Any local rider, we get pretty stoked. We're very tight knit.
Yeah, very excited about it.
What's that?
Your timer.
Oh yeah, that's fine. But yeah, we're a tight knit family, and so anytime that we see a local rider at the track or anything like that, we got to go for it. We're all for them, and I mean, at least I am. I don't know. I was there at the finish line.
Super excited.
Yeah, for sure. So
do you want to tell us, like, in all, like, what kind of training brought you up to the Grands win, and like?
Yeah, so my last race before the Grands was Florida, and my dad's like, okay, if you want to win this, you have to train. So we train every single day, like for almost 2 hours every day until Grands, and
2 hours.
2 hours, it was a long time. It was like so sweaty and gross. And like, oh my god.
The caves, huh?
Yeah, sometimes my brother would do it with me, and most of the time he would do it with me. And I think it's just funner when you actually have somebody do it. Like Remy would come over, and sometimes we did 100 sprints, and then Gibby's like, when she got home, she fell asleep. I'm like,
well, you have somebody to hold you accountable to.
Yeah.
Because when even I'm doing it by myself, I'm like, I find myself I cut myself short too. I'm like, I'm supposed to do 10 sprints, but I think 8 will work.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody there to tell me. Nathan ain't there to be like, no, you gotta do them all. So I'm like, so it's good to have a training partner for sure, and you have somebody to like kind of base yourself off of too.
Yeah. Me and my brother always go together. Because sometimes I start behind him, try to catch up, so then he's pushed harder for me not to catch him, and I'm pushing harder to catch him.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. What nag place were you in? What position were you in before you went to the Grands?
So I was nag 8 and 967 on my cruiser.
Nag 8, and then she got that win and went to what?
Nag 2.
Nag 2. Right on. So, man.
Congratulations on that.
If we just put that in perspective, if you would have been...
It's like the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, if she had, just a few more, like even one more win at a national, she could have been nag 1. So, I mean, really, as awesome as they are, I find myself saying this because, Chris Sutton and me had, our thing in cruiser class, and I could have won that too.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
So being nag 2, you felt like you could have been nag 1, obviously.
No.
Right. But I feel like the same way, our nag 2, it's nag 1.
Yeah, I was still happy to get nag 2 because I was nag 8 and I was supposed to get like nag 5 or something like that, and I was so happy. And I got national 30-30.
Mm-hmm. And in our eyes, you're nag 1.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you went out there against all the best girls in your class and you torched them.
And you won it at the big show.
Yeah, for sure. That's something special. I wish I could do that. I really wish I could do that. She's super good, man.
Crazy fast.
Yeah. I'm glad that I was there to experience the smile and everything. Since I can't win, I at least want to be there for your win.
Yeah, I have never had a smile that big before.
I know. It was awesome.
Yeah. these future women pros better watch out.
Yeah, she's definitely
She's
gonna
coming.
be there. She's definitely gonna be there for sure. So with that, we'll wrap it up.
Do you have anyone you'd like to thank?
I would like to thank my mom, my dad, because he's the one that pays for my racing and takes me everywhere. My Nini, my papa, my Oma, Black Widow, Jake, Candy, Brandon, you guys for having me on your YouTube channel.
Of course.
Oh yeah, and you got one too, don't you? You got YouTube or anything that
I
they
just
can?
I have Instagram.
Okay, well,
Okay.
tell them what you can come and find her at. This
My
is where you can find
Instagram is at @heyitsme_Kaylie C.
her. Yeah, and that's where you find her, follow her, see her, what she's doing. You know, you never know. She might pop up with some YouTube channel. You know, you never know. So, you know, with that being said, go ahead and like and subscribe our video and comment.
Get that
Tell us what you
notification.
like and hit notification or
And share our video. Help us get out there and tell everyone what Kaylee's been doing.
or let us know who you want to see out there. You know,
That as well.
That's always a good suggestion. You know, we'd love to hear who you guys want to see. So, talk to you guys later.
Until next time.